Good afternoon. It is God Talk Go time. You're listening. You're not talking to me at all, are you? You're not talking to me. They're actually listening to me. If they're talking to me, it's like, why are you talking to yourself? Hey, this is Scott with God Talk Go time, and I'm here with the two Codys and special guests. I'm really excited. We have guests today, Reverend Allen and Keisha, his wife, and they are here today to discuss some things with us about their vision. And as my beautiful wife comes in, like what is that person on the Wheel of Fortune? What is that person? Vanna White. Yeah, she comes in like Vanna White, and she hands me a bunch of batteries. Apparently, she thinks I got to do a lot of yard work, so she makes sure I have batteries. That's good. I like that. Anyway, so where are we going with that? Oh yeah. So Codys, how are you guys doing?
You were going to ask me how I was doing.
Oh, how are you doing, Cody?
I'm doing very good. Really enjoyed our week this week, and me and my father-in-law and my sister-in-law took Friday off and spent the day out at the lake with the kids, and went up and watched some tractor pulls. And our cameraman was actually there, and I didn't know. And so I didn't get to see him, but we had a good time last night and really enjoying this week. And how are you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a pretty hectic week this week, just a lot of work. Been starting to set up some stuff for the youth group that we're running at the church. So we've been a little busy with that. And then we're setting up for, actually tonight we're having a family get together to where we're going to do an outdoor kind of like movie theater thing. Try to, get together as a family, and my family is huge. It'll probably be 30 to 35 people there, so trying to figure out ways to help space all of us out, so the outdoor movie theater seemed like the way to go.
There you go. That's good. Yeah, people look at me and they say, "Oh, my family's huge too," and I was like, "Hey, stop talking about my weight." That's usually how that works out. Hey, so I tell you, I've been it's been busy for me this week as well. I haven't gotten as many naps this week as I normally do. Usually I'm really busy with naps, but it's been a great week though. Other than that, and our guest here, he tried to kill me yesterday morning in the gym. One more set. Yeah, you're supposed to have that 1,000-pound weight on your forehead. That's part of our workout. And
you lift 1,000 pounds
on my head. Yeah. It was. That's why it's flat right there. You probably didn't notice that. I had to grow my hair out to cover it up. But So we have again. I'd like to introduce Pastor, or we'll call him Reverend Allen, Pernell, and Keisha. And so we'd like to introduce these guys. And so, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. Giving God all the glory.
Yes.
I enjoyed working out with you yesterday. You kept it real live and comical. Wasn't a dull moment.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So we've been pretty busy this week working on some things to get our charity off the ground. And everything is going great. Oasis Charities, we do a lot in the community, and we share a lot of different partnerships also.
Okay, excellent. And so Miss Keisha, how are you doing?
I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. You guys are side-splitting funny. I just want you to know that. Like you said, my name is Keisha Allen. I assist my husband with the Oasis Charities vision. I'm his administrative assistant and his program coordinator. And through Oasis Charities, we just seek to help as many people as we can in any way that we can. We recently became official, so we are really about to hit the ground running and
Awesome.
helping as many people that need help in our community, because we seek to help people who don't know where to find the help.
Yes.
That's what we want to do. We want to bring Matthew 25 alive.
Awesome.
That's what we're going to do.
Pull that out, Matthew 25.
Oh,
Read that out. Yeah, that's awesome. I noticed, especially with everything going on with the COVID-19 and that, the isolation. We've talked in the past about how isolation is one of the biggest triggers that addicts have. And as we have a cameraman that's throwing things around. No, maybe not. Maybe it's not him. Keaton Cooper is our cameraman. He's doing an awesome job. He's taking pictures of things and putting him on the America's Most Wanted. I think he's got really close pictures of me, so I'm not sure what that's all about.
I think we were going for the funniest home video.
Oh, is that what we're doing? And we are in my home, so that would work. I want the $10,000 now. But we talked about how a lot of times when we come into crisis, how it really puts out people that are in need. They lose a place of where do I get the help. A lot of foundations were depleted of funds to help in certain areas, and so I think it's good that we have more people out there to help. And I'm not just talking about financial, but just help with prayer, help with ministry, help with being able to transition into different areas. So you want to read that, and that'd be great.
Do you want me to read the whole chapter?
Yeah, no, but
So in Matthew 25, we have 3 parables. We have the 10 virgins, and we have the bags of gold, and we have the sheep and the goats. Oh, you like the sheep and the goats. So that is the last one.
Talking about
When I was sick,
when I was sick. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was in jail, yeah.
Okay. Let me. I'm going to
Yeah.
just give them the rest of this chapter here real quick, and let me find that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Read that. Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. So then the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink.
Yes.
I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. And I was in prison, and you came to visit me."
Absolutely.
Yes.
All of that.
That's good. That's
Every
awesome.
piece.
How many times do we not realize when we're doing that for people, for brothers and sisters, whether we know where their heart is or not, that Jesus says that's what you're doing that to me whenever you're doing that for them.
Right.
That's what it was all. That's what it's all about. Our former pastor, he's passed, went on. Dr. Walter Jordan II. That's what he was, we founded on when we started this charities. He said, "Reverend, I want to let you know they're not going to look like us. They're not going to talk like us. They're not going to walk like us. They're not going to even smell like us.
Yeah,
but we still have to embrace them with love and help them out.
That's right.
In any way we can. And so that's what our motto is. We just love loving on folk.
Yeah.
And doing the right thing.
That's awesome. So where did you guys get your vision from? Walk us through where all this vision came from and where it started.
All right. It started in the church. We started out with a book bag. We did a book bag giveaway, and it had all the trimmings in it and everything for the kids, school supplies and all that good stuff. And the church had started out with it, and it started. The first year was wonderful. The second year, it got bigger.
Yeah.
So pastor said we're going to have to, move it out to church and start us a charities where we can get more funding. Because the church funded the first time, and we get more funding, get more people to to participate. So that's what we did. We made it a community thing where we went to a lot of different businesses, a lot of different people that wanted to participate and be a part of it, different agencies where we partnered up and made sure that we had enough for the kids. And then it went to hot dogs and hamburgers and French fries and wings, chicken,
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wait a minute.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
If they're not Joe's, whose are they? I don't understand. I'm confused. I'm sorry.
So it just growed. We started giving free haircuts, and we had the local barbers around the area coming in to donate their time. And then the beauticians, they were braiding hair and fixing hair for the kids to go back to school. So it just kind of brought into something real big. And the kids and the people in the community looked forward to it every year. It's kind of touching right now because this next week it would be going on next Saturday. And with pastor passing earliest part of the year, and then the COVID-19, we kind of ruled it out, and we're going to crank it up next year again. So it was real we went real big in the community. Wayne Lee was one of the biggest contributors, silent partner.
Yeah.
I want to say, real good guy. He was always there for us whenever we needed him. When we started this, so it's been great. We had people asking already about it. What's going to happen this year? And we told them the COVID-19 and pastor passing, we were just going to wait. The vision. Pastor said that we had to make it big, so that's why we left the church and we went and opened up a charity, and we started at OC Hill, where we had an office on Bowman Street and Harker Street there at the old Krevling building. Krevling School. I attended that school from kindergarten to 6th grade, so it's nice to have an office in a building where we attended school at. So everything is just been going great since we cranked back things up, and like my wife said, it's official. We were up under the church's 501c3, and Pastor Jordan just pushed me to get our own 501c3, and it was official June 7th, 8th, and so now we're out we're flying our own.
There you go.
Yeah.
A little scary out here.
Yeah. But to God be the glory.
That's right. Awesome. That is good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it was really cool that you guys said the community came together and they took those talents that God gave them and figured out how they could give back to the community with them. That's really, like I said, that's one thing I love to see in the community. I did have a question for you guys. What can the community do to help support your guys' charities, other than helping with whatever those you talked about, them coming in and doing haircuts? Is there anything else that people around that could do to help you guys out?
Oh yeah, funding is always great.
Yeah.
But then just being the ears and the eyes in the community, and we're like an informational hub. So the more information we get, we can give out once we So if it's anything that that's going on in the community that might help someone, feel free to give us a call, email us, and let us know what's going on, but we can get it out when they come to us. And because it's all about one. To me, 10 voices is louder than one.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a community to do it, and so we're just having fun with it, and thanking God that He's using our hands and our feet and our minds and our voices to make a difference in the community.
Now, how would they get a hold of you if they were wanting to do that, sir?
You can get my email at Big Al Preacher, and that's at Outlook.com.
All right, what I can do, if you're okay with that, is I'll add that to our website, so that people have a way to get a hold of you.
And we also we have another way, which is at Oasis Charities. Is it 445 Oasis Charities? Yes, 445 Oasis Charities.
Okay.
It's Oasis Charities 445.
Yeah.
At Outlook.
At Outlook.com.
Yes, the Oasis Charities 445.
I
Right?
figured I would.
Correct.
Okay.
I figured I'll
correct.
have it
Yeah,
write
correct.
it down.
Yeah.
And get it for sure.
And I wanted to add to that what Pastor Allen and Reverend Allen said about some of the things you guys can do. You definitely could volunteer your time to us. We definitely need people who have the same mind that we have, who want to help people and don't always look for something in return. We also could utilize lots of prayers, because the types of individuals that we'll be dealing with will be from all walks of life, all types of levels of addiction. Some of them are dually diagnosed. They have addiction problems as well as mental health issues. So if you know of people who are gifted in those areas of recovery and counseling and different things like that, that are willing to just come out and be with us and talk to people, that would be great. Volunteers are always good, especially if they have the right heart.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is awesome.
We also we go into the prisons,
Mm-hmm.
and we partnered up with DRHC. We have a group called Life Builders, and what we do is we go in with the offender. that's leaving in a year to 6 months, and we mentor them, and we got trained through the state to do the mentoring before we go into the prisons. It's like 18 of us from our church that go in, and we go in and we get them ready to get out here, to be able to have jobs, affordable housing, to go and do get their driver's license and just a lot of other stuff that that we take we just do on common.
That's
they
right.
don't take for granted, So
Yeah.
it's just a nice thing that we're doing with the men. We also have another thing that we do is called CLFC, and where we work with the offenders that's locked up, and also their family on the outside. It could be the father, it could be the mother, it could be an aunt, it could be an uncle, whoever's raising the kids while the offender is incarcerated. And so it's a lot of different things that we're doing in the community that we want to do. Reentry is my passion.
Yeah.
I think that everybody needs a chance. He said a just man had to fall 7 times 70 and he get back up and get himself in line.
Yeah.
So I believe that. I was also in the prison system for almost 20 years, where I worked out there, and I've seen so many different things, and it's hard for those guys. Sometimes they don't want to give them a chance. So I think reentry is where it's at. They need training, jobs, affordable housing, just like I said, driver's license, and just to reconnect back in the community and do some great things. There's a lot of talent that's going on in the prisons, and you sit down and talk to those guys, and you'll be amazed of the stuff they know and the things that they know how to do. So we just want to get them back out here and get them productive in the community.
Awesome.
Sounds like you're building a foundation for them and then building a support system around them, giving them a shot at it. I like it.
Yeah, kind of a question that I wanted to ask was, we talk a lot about we have been talking a lot about current events the last couple months, and with the corona and then all the tensions that we've had in the government and all this stuff that's been going on. What I feel like my church has had a steady message throughout this year. What's kind of maybe the message that's been preached throughout all these current events at Oasis over the last couple months?
Our former pastor, Ray J. Cochran, he just said, keep the faith.
Mm-hmm.
Know that God is faithful. You stay faithful. And trust God through this whole thing, and prayer will change things.
That's right. That's right. And, I love that there's so many people in the community that are saying, there has to be communication. And, I also love the fact that there's a lot of people that are working together in this. And we look at the media, and the media is exploding this thing out to make it look like 100% of the population is having all these problems. And that's not necessarily the issue. The real great thing about this is that people are talking about this. There is issues that are going on that have to be talked about and that have to be handled. And one of the things that I love about what's going on right now is it seems like everybody is dealing with these issues. Everybody is saying, let's talk now. This has been an elephant in the room all this time. Let's have a discussion about it now. And people are getting along. And there are those knuckleheads out there that, want to keep it all inside and want to make it about them. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we are, I'm just happy to see there are people talking it through.
And if I can add to that, the Bible tells us that faith, hope, and love, the greatest of these is love. We were created to love each other, period, no matter who we are. And I would love to see more of our congregations come together prayerfully so that we can pray our way through this. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. We are all God's children. We are all created to love each other.
That's right.
That's our assignment, is to love everybody, not certain people or this particular group of people. We're created to love each other, period. Bottom line, no matter what we've been through, what we look like, where we were raised at, we were created to love each other. So if I can put out a request to the city or to the county of Richland, we need to come together. All the churches, all the denominations, if Jesus Christ is the center, and that's what we have in common, then I think we all need to come together and pray together.
Absolutely.
And I think something that maybe my opinion or something that I've noticed this year, I think, us as a nation, we've just been so blessed for so long. And I think that the church knows that, this has happened to Israel in the Old Testament. I think we as a nation now, we've been starting to really turn our back on God as a nation, recently, and we're getting consequences for that. Like we are living in the consequences of that, of not having that love. We're not loving each other, and we're not respecting God, and we're not respecting each other. And us as a church, I think that we know what has happened to Israel, and we know that God will be faithful to us through all of this as well. But we need to keep our focus on continually preaching the word, and us being the examples. We're Christ. Christian means Christ-like. We need to be Christ-like, and Christ loved us, and we need to love other people, and to show them that these issues we just need to turn back to God. We need to repent as a nation, and just turn back to God, and God will bless us again.
Yes.
And I think to add to what you said, it's not, we talk about changing all these policies and making all these rules and procedures. It's not even about that. It's a heart condition.
Oh.
The hearts of the people need to be changed. That's what needs to happen here. Once people's hearts change, then we'll start to see a change in our environment, in the economy, in the world.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, the heart is the issue.
Yes, it is.
The heart is the issue. I mean, you never hear a discussion that is soured that isn't where it's a heart issue. And I love that how you said that too, because we can come to the table all day long, but if we don't change what's inside, if we can't make this about we are all equal in the eyes of God. If we can't make it about that, then we're just clamoring, symbols is all we are. We're just making noise. And so I think that is very good to be able to recognize that and to put that out there. Let's change the heart. That sounds like a good T-shirt, right?
Yes.
That
would be a good T-shirt.
Yeah, I like that.
Would, yes.
And the T-shirts. The heart, yeah. The issues of the heart.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, issues matter. I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
This is a good lady you got right here. I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you. I don't know what I would do without her.
I tell you, I don't tell my wife that too much. She goes, well, we could find out. Anyway, so no, she would do that. Okay.
Yes.
But absolutely right. I mean, it is a matter of the heart.
Do you have some more questions, Cody? Or
You're writing a lot of things down. Was it about how Scott is a wonderful guy?
Oh, yes.
That's not it.
He's taking
So
notes.
Your glasses aren't working that good.
Hang on a second. Maybe I should turn those puppies around. Nope, that's not what it said.
No, I was going to say I just really like the idea of, like I said, your guys' charity you're running. It actually gave me some ideas. My wife actually used to do cosmetology, and her sister is really, really good at braiding hair and stuff like that.
Okay.
To where, like I said, I can't wait to kind of try to feed them down to you guys and see, see what we can do to help out around in our community.
Definitely.
And like I said, you talked about the change of the heart. I mean, that's how you make a difference in the community.
Now, I don't know if you knew about this about Rev here, Topman, but he used to work at Mohican.
Did you just work at Mohican, sir?
Yeah, worked at Mohican, and
he was 20 years younger just 2 months ago, and he had a long ponytail.
Now, was that before us or after?
It was after. Yeah, there was no Mohican before us. We moved in to Mohican.
They had Mohican, but it was a DYS. So that's
that's a good point. Good point. He corrects me.
But I had an awesome time out there with the young men. I come in working on the floor, and I got promoted to a case coordinator, and I really loved that because I got to deal with one at a time. They would come to my office, and I would just lend their ear, a lot of times, and that's what they were really seeking, somebody to listen.
Yeah.
Instead of tell them something, just to listen and to hear them out. So I really enjoyed and learned a lot while I was there. It was definitely a wonderful experience.
Yeah. He worked there with me about 4.5 years. Was
it was 4 years.
4 years. So and we had quite a time there. And working with kids is so different. I mean, some of these kids are in the system because people weren't paying attention or weren't listening to them. They weren't there for them, and so they seek that attention or that family, and a lot of times the street gives it to them. And so what I wanted to do is to be able to say this and just bringing that up is that fact that you guys are talking about exactly what not just people but kids look for, is they look for a family. And Oasis is offering, hey, we want to be that resource. We want someone to be there for you. Like as some grow up, we have the family there that meet our needs and all that stuff. There's some of us don't have that. Some of us grow up and we grow up on the streets,
Correct.
and we see those things, and that's unfortunate. But places like your charity Oasis and those are able to come out and say, we're here for you. We're going to do what we can. Let's don't worry about what happened in the past. Here we're going to go Philippians 3:13 again. Don't look what's behind you. Reach out what's ahead. What's ahead? I use that probably every podcast. These guys are sick. They've ripped it out of all my podcasts. They've ripped it out. Where's my pages here? I'm kidding. They just marked it out. Anyway, so but yeah, so I think it's important that we are there, and that sometimes as Christians, as people who love Christ so much, I think we have to understand that we are family now.
Yes.
We are citizens of heaven. And that's awesome. Yeah. He's not living next door when I get
And we talked about changing the heart. That was the one thing I used to love about working with the boys. Where they were from, they didn't see when people were being nice to them or people were listening to them. There on the streets, there was another agenda to it.
Yeah.
They were used to people taking advantage of them. There was always, you're helping me because you want this.
Yeah.
So where when you help those boys change their heart to see that, we help you because we care about you. We help you. We're here to help you. Once they change the heart, they're able to go out and then help somebody else. Because you change that mindset of, it's not what can I get out of you. It's, what can I do to help you.
So true. I was, I dealt with a couple of young men that went home, and every time they would come to my office, because I would have to get everything clear because I was a case coordinator. The thing I would tell them is, I'm not out your life because you're leaving here. I'll give you my number, I'll give you my card. If something goes wrong, if you need, just some inspiration or anything, just to give me a call. And I had a few young men that left, and they would call me weekly.
Yeah.
And let me know, hey, Rev, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and we would sit down with them and kind of give them a plan together before they leave. What are some of your ambitions? What are some of your goals? What's some of the things that you want to do? And we would sit in my office and let them write them down. And I said, and don't try to do them in order. If however it falls out, it's good as long as you can mark something off this page. And had a young guy call me and he said, Rev, I'm going down this page and things are doing good. He says, not in order. I said, well, remember I told you, it don't have to be in order as long as you get it done, And that's what it's about. The kids are our future.
Yeah, they are.
Them are going to be the presidents and the mayors and the governors and the teachers and the preachers and so it's whatever we put in them. So it's whatever we pour in them is what they're going to put out. And so it's just nice that I got a chance to experience that, and then been able to deal with the older men also. So it's just been a good experience. And like I said, Pastor Jordan, when we first got married, he said he was one of those guys. He was definitely in touch with God all the time, a visionary, may I say. Yeah. And he would give me a call at 1 or 2 in the morning. Keisha would look, who is that? And it would be Pastor Jordan. He would say, Reverend, God God didn't put something on my heart, and we got to go do this, and we got to go do that. And I said, well, when we going to start? In the morning.
It is morning.
It's already morning. But yeah, so he was a great visionary. And you know what I loved about him so much is he was all about love. You know, even at his funeral, everybody got up and spoke. He was their best friend. Yeah. And that's how, you know, it was all around town. I was just walking the other day. I walked to Malibu and walked some, and I was talking to a young lady. She's my cousin. And she said, "How you doing?" Because you know how close we were. Yeah. And she said, "You know what I loved about Pastor Jordan was everybody was his best friend." Yeah. She said, "I don't care who you talk to. You don't have to be around, and you mention his name, be like, oh yeah, he's my friend. He's my best friend." Yeah. And he just loved on everybody. And when he seen something in you, he made sure you brought it out to the table. And that's what he did to me. He just pushed me with Oasis Charities. He said, you know, we're gonna let you be the director, and he said, I want you to just, you know, use your talents and just love on people and open your heart up. And so that's what we've been doing. My wife here, she has
to add to that, he said open his heart up. He's opened our home up also. He's brought young people home. One young person, I'm not going to say young people, to live with us. That was nice.
That's a glare.
That was nice. I told him, I said, you can't bring everybody home. You just can't do that. And that's the heart that he has. Yeah. He wants to be able to help everybody. Even if they have to move in with us, he wants to be able to help everybody. So him and Pastor Jordan were destined to connect because their hearts were the same. They loved people. Pastor Jordan gave so much that I thought he gave too much, but he didn't care what people thought. So whoever had a need, he gave.
That's awesome.
And that's the same way he is. If someone has a need, he's going to find a way to give it for him. That's even awesome. If he comes home exhausted, he's going to try to find a way to help someone.
That's good.
Yeah, I think something that we don't really, or I don't know if we've ever really talked about it. You know, you were mentioning how Pastor Jordan was such a good mentor to you and such a good example, and now you're an elder in the church as well. You know, how important it is to have a group of mature older men in the church, and how that makes a difference in the church and in so many people's lives. I think that there's something extra about having a mature older man who is in touch with God, and how that makes a difference in the church.
I want to add that he was younger than I was, but he was way before his time, man. He was way before his time. Like I said, he was a great visionary. He could see things that, you know, I could never see, and then he would bring it to my attention. Did you see that? No, I didn't see that. He'd be like, well, this is just how we're going to do it, and he could just make it so easy. Yeah, you know, it was his gift. Yeah. And so what I did was I went to school. You know, I just watched, kept my mouth shut, and learned. I've learned a lot from him over the years that we were together, and definitely miss him. He supported me and my wife, whatever we've done. She also has a clothes closet for people that's in the community, free clothes, that they come and get clothes, and people that that's been incarcerated come home. She give them interview clothes. They would have suits, and we always put an emphasis on if you don't want to wear it, don't bring it. Yeah, yeah. If you won't put it on, please don't bring it.
So no checkered suits then.
No.
We had some of those.
Yeah, we did.
I guess I'll keep them.
And it was well. It went great, and now we're in process of looking for another building. But God's told us to be still, because there's still a lot of things that's going on with the old Sea Hill building, and who knows, maybe we might stay there, you know. So, but we're still looking and keeping some options open. But Reentry is big in the community, that especially that we're working in. We have a lot of guys that's coming home and gals, and she want to elaborate about the women. Because she's been really big on that since we cranked back up, because there's a lot of things and a lot of different places for men to go, but the women has been left out. You know, they've been shorted, the ones that's been incarcerated, And so she wants to launch a lot of things this year for the women that's been incarcerated that's coming home. You know, we've talked about when we're dreaming right now, affordable houses for women when they get home, for they want to get their family back together, their kids back together. That's the big issue, you know, of having somewhere to go and raising your kids in a comfortable community, and being active and doing the things that needs to be done in the community.
Sounds awesome. Do you want to share more about that, or?
I do not at this time. He talked about everything that I want to talk about. It's just the vision that I have in my mind. Nothing has come to fruition yet, but I'm hopeful that it will, and I'm prayerful.
But you're not bringing anybody home, are you?
No, nobody home.
How do you think we have all these animals here?
I know. Well, animals are different than humans.
Unless they're a horse.
Yeah.
But
we also have something coming up that we're working on. It's going to be a town hall meeting on Tuesday. It talks about the stigma in the minority community with getting treatment as it relates to the opioid addiction crisis that we have going on in our community, among other things. But that's going to be on Tuesday at 11 o'clock. It's a virtual town hall meeting where you can come and get information. And if you know anyone who may suffer from this type of addiction, have them log in as well, and we'll refer them to someone that can assist them with the medicated assistant treatment that some of the agencies in our community provide. So you can go on to our website on Facebook, Oasis Charities, and actually register for that if you want to be a part of that town hall on Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely do that. We'll put that on our site as well, so we can get that out. That's definitely very helpful. Today I was doing groups this morning. It's really so many people get really excited to sit down and talk about how they're recovering. It's getting them on that is hard. But they're excited about talking about, hey, this is where I came from. This is what I'm doing. This is what helps me out. And they hear people and they say, I'm proud of you. They give each other encouragement. But getting them on there, getting them that part, I think sometimes is really a hard thing. To be able to have resources that you put out there to say, hey, come on here, we're gonna help connect you. I think that's something that so many more people need it. So I love that. That's
and
awesome.
just to clarify, you said that is this Tuesday at 11 a.m.?
11 a.m., yes. You can register at our website on Facebook.
Yes, ma'am.
Oasis Charities.
Awesome. And it's oasischarities.com?
No, it's just on Facebook.
Oh, just
Oasis
Facebook.
Charities,
It's on Facebook.
You did say
Yeah,
Facebook.
we have a page on Facebook also.
I knew that. I was just seeing if you guys were paying attention.
We're working on our website.
Yeah, we're working on our
We
website.
haven't gotten that done yet.
And hopefully your son can help us.
Hey, yeah, that's right. I need to get a hold of him.
Okay.
Make sure you do. And, he does. You do websites too, right?
Used to. When I went to school, that's one of the things I went for, but that was in 2007. So it's been quite a few years since I've done it.
Okay. Yeah. So that's awesome. That's good stuff. So you guys have a great vision, a great opportunity for a lot of people to get involved. Sorry, go ahead.
And that's what it's all about: collaboration, teamwork, and teaming up with different agencies and different individuals that has the heart to serve. That's what it's all about. Servitude to me is Christianity. It's before you can be a leader, you got to be a servant.
That's right. That's right.
And so if we can just serve the community and do our part, a big thing. We were discussing. We do a lot of brainstorming when we're together. It's bringing the faith-based community together. When I was growing up, the church was everything in our community. So what we're trying to do, what we want to do, is when we, this thing, gets kicked up, is we want to reach out to every church in the Richland County area, and bring them together and do some brainstorming, see what's going on in the community, where we can fix it, or we can help fix it, or we can reach out with people, the individuals that can fix it, And I think the church, it has to start with the church.
Yes.
It has to start with the church. I'm it's a touchy situation where everybody wants their own curve or their own block.
Yeah.
But God said we all one church.
That's right.
And so
That's
he's coming back for one church, huh? Not the Pentecostal, not the Baptist, not the Methodist. One church.
Yeah.
So I want to put emphasis on that. If we can get the churches in the Richland area to really come together, would be an awesome thing. I think would be a great movement for Richland County, and we could just show love and just love on everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. I was touched when you asked me to come and you told me what the topic was about love.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, God was love.
That's right.
So
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That was the topic.
Yeah, that was the topic.
Well, he knew he's bringing you, and that's love.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
amen.
love.
That's right. Does that work?
Yes, that worked.
I got
Thank
that.
you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Yeah.
That's one up for me. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
And then I'll take care of you later.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. It may be on the way out. Yeah. So but I tell you, that's one of the things that I really want to make sure that we put out here is that it's very important that people understand that you guys look for those kind of help. You guys need that kind of stuff. None of this stuff, these charities don't work coming out of thin air. It works with people helping, whether it be monetary by someone having, hey, you know what, I'm going to give this every month, or whether it's saying, hey, I've got this talent that God has given me and blessed me with. I'm going to use it. Praise band just coming together and say, hey, you know what, we're just going to sit down and play some music and give you. Hey, I know somebody that's really good at stand-up comic. I'm just kidding.
We're going to book you first. I promise.
Yeah, everybody else will look really good there. Right? Yeah. So, I don't mind if they throw vegetables as long as it's not canned. I'm okay with that. That's what really hurts. Not that I've had that done, but it is important that charities understand that it only happens when people get involved. And the reason that it helps when churches get together is that because the churches are the foundation.
Yes.
We talk about the foundation. A church doesn't run unless they understand the cornerstone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That Christ is the cornerstone. And so that's why we need churches in Oasis. That's why we need churches in Oasis.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm sitting here thinking about in all that spare time between my banjo lessons and tap dancing, how I can be of assistance to. I'm thinking about giving up banjo. Tap dancing I like. That and the ballet is not going nowhere. No, but I am. I'm sitting here thinking about how I can be of help. And I challenge any of the listeners that are listening right now, what is it that you can give? What are things that you can help out with? Where in your bags of blessings that God's given you can you give Oasis or any charity of that matter, giving out, putting those talents out there, using those talents. I mean, you could read the Bible about talents. I think you just kind of ran over a couple of them. Well, not with your car or maybe your bike. Oh, that doesn't work. That's right. The wheels fell off. Yeah. The wheels on the bike, they just fell off. Just fell off. That's sad. I'm sorry. Okay. Did you hug him? He's not feeling some kind of way. So, this kind of stuff is how we use our talents. Is how we take what God's given us. And I just want to say that I appreciate you guys coming and being a speaker or a guest speaker. The speakers are what we play this song. Being a guest on a podcast, we definitely appreciate it. You guys have anything you want to ask them or say?
I just wanted to tell them thank you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you. Right now you're using your time. We serve God with our time, our talent, and our treasure. Yes. And right now, you guys are serving by giving us your time. And, we're just asking then all of the audience to then use your time, your talent, and your treasure then to serve God and to serve others as well. So thank you for coming out.
To go off of that, I agree with you. We greatly appreciate you guys spending some time with us. And, you challenge them. If you see someone hurting or someone struggling, it's nothing to go up and talk to them, absolutely. Show them that, there's people in this world that does care about them.
Yes.
And, put that time in to show them you care about them, and you'll be surprised how that ripple effect, they'll go on and help someone once you get their structure built back up.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people say, I won't give anybody that's begging money. Give them a sandwich. You hear a lot of people say, these people should be able to do this on their own. You didn't.
Yeah.
Nobody did it on their own,
Right.
And everywhere in our life we have to start again and again and again. That's called restarting. That's giving chances and chances. I thank God. Grace and mercy. That's right.
Yes.
Grace is something that we don't deserve.
Right.
That's right. And so I do want to thank you guys for coming out. And we are going to put the information on our page, as well as we're working on our site. And but if you want to reach them, you can reach them at. You want to go ahead and read that email, or you want me to?
Would it be easier for me to do it, or would you guys? You have down Big Al Preacher at Outlook.com, and then the other one was Oasis 445.
No, Oasis
Charities 445 at Outlook.com.
We're here for you, buddy. Group hug. We're hugging right now. Nobody knows. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I thought.
I just want to add that I'm glad that you guys invited us, and you said you were trying to figure out what you can do. This is awesome right here, where we can get out and reach. We're reaching. We can reach. We can reach. We out there.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's innumerable people.
Innumerable people right now. So we appreciate what you're doing and what you've done for us, and we're looking to do more.
Great.
Together. So
Great.
You got this podcast. This is how we reach people.
Yeah, he just told me to stay out the building. You do the podcast, stay out of. That's saying you've done enough. That's saying.
No,
I'm kidding. No more. Yeah. So please get a hold of these guys. Again, Oasis Charities 445 at Outlook.com. I'm glad he helped me out with that. And but please get a hold of them if you have any questions. If you can also contact us with servewithpurpose3 at gmail.com. Again, that's servewithpurpose, the number 3 at gmail.com. You can also visit us on the webpage, and that's where you can check out this podcast as well as Podbean. The webpage is Serve with Purpose. Guys, this has been a great. Definitely appreciate again you guys coming out, and tell your kids I said hi.
Okay.
They had a ball. They had a ball out here.
Well, I enjoyed them.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Grandkids live in Toledo. Horse? He enjoyed the horse.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was about willing to let him take that one with him.
But this is what the town meeting we were talking about.
Okay, all right, excellent.
If you want to.
Yes, I definitely want to bring this up. So there's going to be a town meeting on Tuesday, which is July 28th. That's just coming Tuesday at 11 a.m. It's a virtual town hall MAT meeting, a medicated assisted treatment meeting. So if you guys are in any kind of, if you guys have anything that you guys need help with, or you know of anybody, get online, go to Oasis Charity on the Facebook page. They're going to have a way you can sign up for that. It is a town hall. It's a virtual town hall, so you'll be able to sign on, and you can do it from your phone. You can do it from home. I don't know. You can do it from the kitchen. You can do it. From the hot tub. if you're using the bathroom, we don't want to know. Make sure your face isn't on there. Anyway, all right. So that's good stuff. I need to stop. No, I'm not going to. Anyway, so, but yeah. So we definitely appreciate all your help, guys. We want to thank you for listening. Thank you to Cody for being out here and taking your time. One of the Cody said he had to leave at 2. I laughed. And so it's 2:28. That is great. I'm so sorry. I'm over it. Anyway, so again, thank you guys again for coming out. I know it's not a short drive. Thank you very much. Listen, this has been God Talk Go Times to Serve with Purpose. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. Please pass this podcast on. We are here to help as many people as we possibly can. Keeping Christianity simple. That's what we want to do. We love you guys. God bless you.